Hi guys. Oh, you're crooked. Hold on. I think I just bummed the camera. I had you all ready and then I bumped it. I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Let's see if we can light a candle. Ta-da! It's always the biggest challenge, right? I have been hard at it. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in this video, but I do know if I don't... Hold on. Not sure why that's so weird, but if I don't turn the camera on, I'm going to get burnt out, and I'll tell you all why. Let's take a breath. A little bit of stretching. So I came up in my room to do a video on my Bigfoot book, and I went down the rabbit hole of glue bottles. And so I've been at it for about an hour. Oh, yo. Let's do hashtag Let's Make Together. I am doing a Bigfoot book. Tammy Van Antwerp and I started the hashtag Let's Make Together because we wanted to do projects that would be fun for other people who maybe have a channel, maybe don't have a channel, to jump in and do. So if you don't have a channel, it's no big deal. Just enjoy the process and have fun with us. I have gone ahead and done some things without you, because if I don't get to moving on this project, I'm going to be doing it while I'm trying to do the next month, which is our July Let's Make Together, and we want to do Christmas in July cards and tags. So I backed these, and see, this is what started it all. I couldn't get the glue out of the bottle. My hands were just throbbing. I was in so much pain. I finally said stop and take care of the glue bottles. Well, oh, let me dig it out of the trash. I couldn't get the glue bottle clean, so I got into my drawer to get, I just thought, oh, to hell with it. I'm just going to get a new bottle. Well, turns out when you lay the bottles on their sides, they leak out. So they leaked out all over everything in there. So I had to clean that up. So now here we are. Oh. So I have some ideas about this page, but what I want to do is this one first. I did just the basics. I don't know if this... Well, that would work fine. The guys came yesterday and worked on the fiber studio outside. I'm getting so happy about it. I'm also getting worried about it because, I don't know, I'm not a carpenter, but I don't know the right questions to ask. You know, how are you going to support this? How is this going to happen? You know, that kind of thing. But I know what I want to have in the studio. So I'm hoping the way they're doing things is going to allow me to do that. And they weren't here last week. And I had some questions, and when he came yesterday, when they all came yesterday, I couldn't remember my questions. I need to start writing stuff down. I sure would love to know what is in the air this year that has not been in the air before. Because there's not enough Zyrtec. I'm genuinely afraid that they're going to have an announcement that says, oh, don't use Zyrtec, or we ran out of Zyrtec. God. Oh, I gotta wipe my hands off, y'all. Okay. I want to do something with the edges. Here's what I'm thinking. Let me get you in my brain. It's a scary place to be, but I'll take you there. We'll go on a little journey. This was the next pages to be done. So I've got them started, and I sort of have an idea of what I'm going to do. Then this page, I sort of have an idea of what I'm going to do here. Sort of. I mean sort of. I'll cover this, and then I'm thinking I will turn these into actual just journaling pages and leave them loose. Then do the back of this, and then the basics will be done. And I think at that point I'm going to do the cover. So I'm hoping I can get these done today with you. Okay. Y'all, I have glue everywhere. Not even joking. I have glue everywhere. I've emptied, cleaned off my desk and wiped everything down, and it's not good enough. All right. Let's start. Let's just start somewhere. Where's my pencil? We'll just start somewhere, and then we'll go from there. I really want to stop getting so close to the spine. So what if I just did like here to here? The graph makes it really easy. We've got a cool day today. Literally, it's like the high is gonna be 70. What did they say? 72? And we went out to look at the studio, and Doug said, you better get a jacket. What? It's June. And he said, yep, and you better get a jacket. And he was right. I put my big flannel on and went out there. And it was chilly. I'm loving this color. It's that Catherine Pooler ink. Could you hear me thinking? I was thinking about making that hinged, popping this up a little bit. But, well, I'm going to. Maybe what I'll do is just not put as much ephemera in it. But I think I'll go ahead and pop it up. So it's not just flat against the page. Yeah, hashtag Let's Make Together 2025. Tammy and I are having a ball with this, and we're really enjoying getting to know new people on YouTube and new subbies and all of that. It's been a lot of fun. Lots of fun. For instance, I didn't know Deb Hawk, or Hauk. Not sure how to pronounce your name, dear. And she's doing our hashtag Let's Make Together. And she is making a strawberry. I think she might be done. I looked for a video yesterday. Y'all are going to be seeing this on Thursday. But I'm actually filming it before then. Where's my other? Oh, no. Yes, no, yes, no. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And Dahlia over at Mandalay Cards and More, she did one. She's all done. She did her flip through. Angela Toma and I are the ones that are still working on our projects for June. I got that off. Well, the paper's not straight, so that makes it really hard on the eyes. And yeah, Angela's doing a great book. I called it Shabby Chic, and it sort of is, but she calls it romantic, and that's a better name for it. Has lots of cool ephemera and lace, and she made a couple corsets, and yeah, they're really fun. I could probably use white glue since my paper's done. Let's see if I got this cleaned out enough that it'll work. No. Oh my gosh. I soaked it and cleaned it. I was watching a gal this morning talking about, it was a fiber channel, and she was talking about what do you have in your stash, how much do you have in your stash, and she had actually done the math. That's depressing. So she figured out, she was hiring somebody to spin yarn for her, I think. I'm new to her channel, and I caught it just right after she'd already started talking. And she asked him, how much can you spin? How many ounces of fiber can you spin in X amount of time? Or no, it was the other way around. How long does it take you to spin X amount of fiber? And the person would tell her, and then she would say, okay, so how much do you have in your stash? And so the person told her, and she said, so you have X amount in your stash, and you can spend so much. It takes you so long to spend X amount of fiber, so you'll have to be I can't remember her numbers now, but it was not reasonable. In order to use all the fiber that you have in your stash, you're going to have to spend this amount of time for this long. Oh, geez, yeah. And you think, you know, gosh, that's really true. I'm just going to put a little something in here to catch whatever I put in there, because I'm not going to put a lot of little stuff. It doesn't seem to me like it makes any difference if I just put a fold on, you know, a hinge that folds just in half. I don't see that it really makes any difference in the depth of how much room you have in the pocket. So I like to do the Z fold. Sometimes. Okay, let's let this sit a second. And I thought about that with paper too, you know, how much stuff do I have? How much do I use it? How long is it going to take me to use it? She was talking about, she gets calls from people, their family member has passed, or they've had an illness or something and they have to downsize, or they, you know, they want to donate, or, you know, whatever it is. And so she gets a lot of these people that the family members are trying to figure out what to do with Aunt Lucy's yarn stash or fiber stash or whatever it is. You could put paper stash in there just as well. When you really think about it, it's true. As a social worker, I had a patient one time. I was doing, I think I like this color. I was doing service coordination, and a gal had collected a lot of things. She'd gotten sick, and her husband was very sick, and we were working on modifying their single-wide trailers so that they could get both of their walkers and wheelchairs and things around so that she could still cook and whatever. So she was realizing that she was going to have to get rid of some things in order to make room. And I was grateful that she was realizing that. Made my job a lot easier. And she had a salt and pepper shaker collection. There were hundreds. I'm not exaggerating. They were everywhere. In every windowsill. She had an entire china cabinet full of them. They were everywhere. There were hundreds. I would say, I don't know, maybe 300. A lot. There was a lot. I don't think I'll set this one up. No, I think I'll just glue it down. And we'll do something different with this page. And so it became apparent that she was probably going to have to liquidate salt and pepper shakers in order to make room for a lift chair and some other things that we wanted to try to get her in the home so that they could be more independent. That was the whole goal. Avoid the nursing home. And that's my job. I couldn't find anybody that wanted vintage slash antique salt and pepper shakers. So if you're a salt and pepper shaker collector and your children have already said, I don't want them, note to self. I tried for so long. I couldn't, her family didn't want them. They meant so much to her. And I think she really thought that of it as like an investment, that she was going to be able to make something on her investment. But that's not how it actually turned out. That pops up really nice. I think that'll be nice to put maybe a map in or something, and then this one will lay flat. But it's got glue everywhere. So I know that we all love our stuff, and we all, you know, some of us collect whatever, stamps, paper. For me, it's paper and fiber, wool, and all of that. And at some point, you do really have to look around and say, what's the end goal? Okay, I'm going to let this sit. No, I'm not, because it's going to dry. I mean, if I put these pages together, they will stick, because that's sticky. So, okay, these aren't sticking, okay? So let's just keep working with this page until we can let go loose of it. Doug's outside doing something. I'm not sure. He told me and I don't remember. Well, one thing, he was going to try to find the skunk that we both smelled. I was in the kitchen loading the dishwasher and told him I smelled a skunk. And he said, well, I don't smell anything. And then we got outside. He said, oh my gosh, you're right. I smell that. I think I was a bloodhound in my other life. Or a drug dog or something, because the guys at the sober house, when we ran a sober house, they hated it because I could smell meth. I'm not sure I like that, but it might be okay. We'll see. What do I want? I am so frustrated that I have not been able to find a few things. I still have not found my swatch sheet for my Copic markers. And I know that when Tina sent it to me, I loved it so much, I put it in a special place. Yeah. Don't know where that place is exactly. Uh-oh. Maybe I won't be able to use this. There we go. Yeah. Bummer. Usually those things will come to me like in the middle of the night. Oh, you put it in the drawer under here and did this with it. So far, that hasn't happened. These Catherine Pooler mini inks are so juicy. I don't care if this is a perfect print. I don't care if some of it's missing or if it smears. It's just the idea of a compass, that's all. That's perfect. In fact, let's just use up the rest of this ink. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. I like that just like it is, maybe. Yeah, I think I like it just like it is for now. Okay. This, I thought, I like these. I was thinking about trying to use maybe this one. Feels pretty good. Let's see what we can do with this. If I put this down, then what am I going to put over top of it? Or am I? I've moved into that fiber shed 20 times in my sleep. I have a beautiful area rug that I bought for our home in the living area. And Doug just, he just hated it because he couldn't vacuum it. It would just suck up in the vacuum. And so we put it downstairs because I haven't wanted to part with it yet. And I'm thinking it may be perfect for the fiber shed. I'm hoping. That's got alcohol on it, that won't work. Okay, now I have a foundation. Oh, I like that. Kind of monochromatic. This is not sticky, but I know this is, so I really can't close it. But let's just look at this. So these are all glued together. These will be the journaling pages. Was it this one I was using? Must be. All of a sudden, I'm starving. Sounds like the guys are here to work. I glue those together? By George, I did. Okay, well, fine then. Just trying to make it, I don't know, muddy, you know, like just dirty. Okay, so these will be journaling pages. They're not done yet. They don't feel finished to me. I don't know if I dare close that or not. Might have to wait. Oh, this is simple and nice. I think I will look and see what maps I have and put a map in there. Not sure what I'll do with this. Almost kind of feels like maybe just a corner thing with a picture. You know, something like that maybe. I think of all kinds of stuff when I leave the room. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do this. Then I get in here and I'm like, what was it that I was going to do? Don't care for this. I don't really love this, the rawness of it. So I want to do something with that. Okay, we've got to glue that down. I don't like that you can see through it. And the page is really weak. So we can't have that. Just a few simple writing pages, not a lot, because there's so much other writing space. Like this page, for instance, has tons of writing space, so I don't need a lot of it, but I like that backing. Okay, so there we are. I like this idea. I think that is what I'll do. Okay, all right. That's my video for today, guys. I hope you guys are planning for a great weekend, having some fun. Maybe getting some crafting time in, maybe even. I'm gonna go make some hash browns because all of a sudden I'm starving. Let's all take care of each other, y'all. For real. Bye, guys.